Hola amigos, hola amigas, Doran here from Hoover. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso assalamu alaikum, welcome today. So I've been waiting for something to come in the post for a couple of days and they finally arrived today. So what we're going to be doing is converting this to this. So this is a converter kit for converting the Dustmanagers that I have to bagged, which will hopefully improve their performance 100%, because I'm not keen on the Dustmanager single cyclone containers and such. To be honest, I think they're pretty rubbish. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to convert. I got 3 of these, and 3 of these I'm going to convert. So I'm just going to position the camera, and we will get ready to do a Hoover Dustmanager conversion. So I have 3 of these dust converter things. I got them directly from the website of Candy Hoover. It's got on the bag, it's got Eberna, Candy, Ostein, must be all the different companies that they own. I don't know. So I got 3 of these. These were cheaper actually to buy them directly from the Candy website than it was. Let me see if I can just adjust that. There we go. There we go. To get them from the Candy website than it was from another seller on eBay. I think he's got an eBay shop, I'm not sure, but anyway, I got these directly from the Candy website and these were cheaper. So I got the 3 of these ready to go. So the Dustmanagers that I have here, this is a Turbo Power 3, this one here, but this is the permabag system, which I'm going to come back to at the end as a bit of a bonus. So this, I'll do one at a time. So this one is a Hoover Dustmanager Cyclonic PET. This has got 1,900 watts of power to it, and this was the type of one that it came with. Now this is not the first type of cyclonic bag. There's another one that which is quite similar-ish to this permabag thing. Now Roger on Ibasiac has done a demo on it. So this one's been completely cleaned out, but I've never used it because I've been waiting to get hold of the conversion kit. So if I just take that off the bag door, and inside this there is a sponge and then the HEPA filter on top, and then you got the single cyclone inside there, and that just fits in. And just pushes in. So it's terrible. I mean, the dust leaks out of it. The sponge at the bottom gets really filthy. You get muck through the. I mean, I've stripped these out and cleaned them. I know what these look like when I was doing the dismantling of it to clean them out. So we can say goodbye to this one. Now this first one I'm going to do step by step for you to see, and any other ones then I'm just going to do one like a quick fast video. So we have here, so this is Hoover model DM4494001 Dustmanager, serial number 3910133, made in the People's Republic of China. So this is 1,900 watts, and it's got the PET thing with it. So what we need to do basically is to put this onto here. It's quite simple, and then we'll be able to use bags with it. And the bags I have with them are these generic fleece bags. So I'm just going to reposition the camera and then we'll fit this. So I have you positioned directly over the vacuum cleaner, and there's 4 screws which correspond to this. It's very easy to do and very effective. So I'm going to undo the 4 screws. I've laid it down flat because these hold the back brackets and the cord wrap and the cord hook on this. If you lay it down flat, you won't disposition, you know, you won't move anything underneath. It'll stay in position, hopefully. Okay, so far so good. So I'm just removing the 4 screws. And you just simply position this new bag holder over it. I hope this seals fine. It seems to be. And then just put the screws back in. It's quite easy to do, it's quite a quick conversion, and will make it so much better. The inside of it won't get so dusty. Okay, and I've got my generic bags. It's got the self-sealing on them, so when you take it out you can seal it. So just clip that, slide that into there. That fits there. And you just push the bag over. Push it down, that clips in there, and then the bag is located. Now I'm just going to put that over. And there we go. Simple as that. That is now converted to a bag. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to reposition it. So the cool thing about this is because the bag door is transparent, you can actually see it fill up. It's pretty cool. That is brilliant. The airflow coming through the side is a lot more powerful than it was when it had the when it had the container in. It does allow a lot more airflow through it, so you should see better suction from it because of the increased airflow. Let me just, this is the pet brush that it comes with. Here. The suction through that was amazing. So it definitely does work in doing the conversion. Each one of these little pieces of plastic is worth about 12, they sell them for about 12 quid. If somebody can make these on a 3D printer of a bit better quality or black or whatever, they'd definitely be able to sell for you. I wouldn't say they'd make a fortune because, but they definitely, you know, if they sold them more competitively, there are a lot of collectors out there, a lot of people who would buy these, you know, by the bulk to convert their vacs. So anyway, it's a good idea for somebody. So there we go. One down, 2 more to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one away and I'm going to crack on with the other two, but I'm going to do it in fast motion, so it'll only seem like a few seconds. So be back in a minute. Okay, that last one on the green one was a bit fiddly because the back fell off it. The support thing fell off. Anyway, they're done. They're converted. So these two are bagged. This is the one I used to use a lot on my demonstrations upstairs. So I'll shut that because that's got dirt on it. And what I'm going to do is use one of these fleecy ones in there. See, there's the bag holder there. So I'm going to clip it in, push it until it clicks. Just gently tuck the bag in, and it'll expand itself once you switch it on, but just for the initial. So there we go. So that's now converted to a better bag. This one as well. Seal it up. Put in a better bag. Click. Close the door, and there we go. So those now have got bags in them, the proper fleecy bags in them. So the last thing I'm going to do as well, I've got two Turbo Power 3s here. This one is, they both, hang on a second, that's it. Yeah, they're both 1000 watt. This one's got the auto sense feature with the absolutely rubbish perma bag. And this one is bog standard with a bag, but I've put a fleecy bag in there, so it's got a microfiber bag, which is one of these ones, these really nice and big filter flow, 5-layer filtration, suitable for all those vacuums. So this one is the perma bag, but they had the sense to leave, it's part of it, the actual bag retainer was in there as well, so you didn't have to buy a conversion kit or anything. You could, if you wanted to, just put a bag in. You didn't have to do any conversion or buy in any bits or adding things on. You could either use the perma bag or you could use a paper bag, or as I'm using, a fleecy bag. But these bags are big, so you just have to squish it in. It'll sort itself out. And so there we go. That is now using a, hang on, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's it. That is now using a fleece bag in it too. So makes it a bit more modern, makes it a bit more useful. These I'm just going to store away, so if I ever sell them, I can sell them with the bag and including this as well if people want to use it. Entirely up to them. So let's go back to these Pure Powers. So this one was the 1900 watts. This one is the latest one that I just converted or cleaned up, stripped down to the carcass, and it's 2200 watts. This is the Parquet Caress. So what I'm going to do is have a look at the sticker on it. Hoover model DM6228-001. Serial number 391002140912071. 2200 watts. Not sure what the year of that one is. And then this one, which I absolutely love the colour of, is serial number It's DM03001, serial number 391000432. Again, made in the People's Republic of China. So there we go. So those are the three Pure Powers now converted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little bit of a demo on them and see how they, how they work better, if I can feel a difference. So let me just set up some bits. Okay, so that's all I've done is lay down some dry mess, a little bit of salt, couscous, rice and sugar, and I've just sprinkled it over this carpet here. The vacuums will be set all at the same height, and I'll do each one individually in a little patch. So I'm going to start off with this Dustmanager, which is the lowest of the wattages, which is 750 watts. This is more of a newer one. So what I'm going to do first of all is see if you can see the bag inflating. That definitely has more airflow flowing out through the vents at the back than it did before. So let's just give it a quick go back and forth. Okay, that Dustmanager did really well. It picked up everything as expected. I don't know if you can see, but I can see a little bit of grooming on the carpet, which is pretty impressive because it's old, cheap, moving in carpet. We didn't pick it, but it did really well. It picked everything up, and if I open up the bag door, yep, everything's inside in the bag. Not scientific. I will use this more, and then after I've used it a bit I will open it up for you to see the inside. So there we go. So that was the first one. This was the lowest wattage, and I think it did really well. I'm really impressed with it, to be honest. So what we're going to do now is try the next one up, which is going to be this blue 1900 watt Pure Power. So let me get that plugged in and set up. It's got a lot of airflow coming through it, so that's really good. And it smells nice because there's an air freshener in there. It's a bit noisier than the other one because it's a higher wattage. Quite a lot more higher wattage, to be honest. 1000, my maths. 1,250 watts. So it's over double the wattage on this one. So it's obviously it's going to be twice as loud, but it is definitely a lot louder with a lot more airflow. So let's see how this copes with the little bit of mess over here. Okay, that spun like the devil possessed. Definitely a major difference in use on the 1900 watt one. It was almost like self-propelled. It was almost like pulling itself along. You could feel the brush roll pulling it along. With the increased airflow, it was definitely a lot better. It's definitely, still you can't really see, but it's left a lot of track marks in this carpet, more than the other one. So definitely an improvement on suction power and performance power, being a bit with the extra power on it. So that did really well. So we got the last one to try now. So this is the 2,200 watts one, the Parquet Caress model, which is the one that I took apart recently. So this has got a soft startup, which I'm not surprised because of the power on it. I'd say the airflow coming out of it felt very much like the other one, the 1900 watt, but this was definitely a heck of a lot noisier. Okay, so that's the beast done. Noisy, very powerful, did a really good job. I wouldn't say that much of a better job than the 1900 watt. I think they were pretty much the same, but they definitely, both of them did do better than the lower wattage one. Even though the lower wattage one did what it was supposed to do, I did feel a bit of a better performance with the 1900 watt and the 2200 watt, but to be honest, I think that's just too much power for a vacuum cleaner. So I wouldn't dismiss the 750 watt ones, the new lower wattage ones. They definitely did a good job, but I would definitely convert it to being a bagged, and then upgrade to get the fleecy bags that you can find on Amazon and eBay. They're not that expensive. Less mess, less dust. You take it out, it seals itself in the bin. No faffing around having to clean filters every month and sponges and taking it apart, and ugh, forget that for a laugh. So anyway, so this I would say is the winner, obviously because of the power. So what I'm going to do, because it is quite warm on the back and I've only given it a few minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly hoover the stairs. I just turned myself off. I'm quickly going to go and hoover the stairs and see if there is a big temperature issue with this. So I'm just going to unclip the hook from here. And I'm just going to use this tool for doing the stairs. Oops. There we go. I'm not going to use the anti-tip because I'm going to pop it up against the back of the stairs. Okay, let's give it a go. So the one thing I did find with this is I was fighting the hose a lot because it is so powerful. There was a lot of suction coming through. So by the time I got exhausted, because I've been fighting against the bloody hose to get it up the stairs. It's not that far, it's only a twisty staircase, that one. But that was a fight. Anyway, it did a good job. It cleaned everything, that was fine. I just gave it a quick with this. I didn't do anything special. Right, the heat. Yeah, it's warm, but I wouldn't sort of like say dangerously warm, but it is warm. Definitely you can feel the heat on it. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can feel the heat coming off the motor there. It's definitely warmer. Yeah, okay, that's quite impressive. Anyway, I'll pop this filter back on. Stay. Oh, no, it's not going to do that. Hang on. There. That's the filter back on. Okay, so in summary, I am glad that I converted them to be bagged vacuums. I'm glad I spent that money on the replacement collars, bag collars, adapters, so I could use them as bags, because this is just rubbish. This is terrible. You know, if I was using this in another couple of months, if I didn't maintain this constantly all the time, it would just end up as filthy as when I first got them. Definitely using the fleecy bags will help as well to keep in the dust. They're a pretty poor vacuum cleaner to begin with. You know, they're nothing like I can see my Turbo Master here, the Turbo Master and the Turbo Powers. They're definitely not as good as them, or the Electrolux or the Kirby's that I have here. But for what they are, I'm glad I rescued those ones that were about to be trashed, and then the other ones I got then, which came as bagged. I'll do a demonstration on them because I'm not 100% sure of the wattage on them. It doesn't say on the outside. But well, I hope you found this useful. So I'd grab hold of these bag collars for as long as they're still available, because I don't know how long they'll stay, for you to buy. And yeah, definitely, I would definitely convert them to bag vacuums. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a bit of fun, just to see how they performed. And thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And I'll see you all for the next video very soon.